If you try and fail, never fail to try again. This expedition would be my third attempt at the summit of Denali, having failed in 2017 and 18. I'll admit, there was a little bit of anxiety that I may not summit again, having had streaks of bad weather the attempts prior. On the first day on the glacier, a huge avalanche came barreling down the slopes of Mount Hunter towards us, and I thought, could this be foreshadowing what's to come? In 2019, I went to the Himalayas to climb Everest and eventually Ama Dablam. I made some amazing friends in Nepal who also desired to climb Denali. We bonded together out of the mountaineering brotherhood and mutual respect for our nations to create the US-Nepal Friendship Team in honor of the 75 years of diplomatic relations between our two countries. The U.S. Embassy of Kathmandu even presented us with a flag, which was first brought to the summit of Everest by P.P. Sherpa, and in May, brought with us on to Denali. We're going to go through the list of all the gear that we need for Denali, and this will be our final check.
Down suit.
Got it. With every expedition, I become accustomed with obsessively packing and unpacking at least 3 times so I don't forget anything. I would fine-tune and tweak my gear to ensure that I would have everything I needed without any excess. And no, Moss the dog wasn't included, although he said he wanted to come with us. It was finally go time. From LA to Anchorage we went. Being one of the team leaders meant taking on the logistical planning, which is kind of a nightmare at first, but at the same time, I actually got accustomed to it and enjoyed it. Here's a quick look at the food prep before we headed off to Talkeetna. We stayed at a place called Base Camp Anchorage, which had a big backyard where we could do our gear checks and prep. Just ask Jambu Sherpa. We had a fun time. He's ready. He's ready. Going to Talkeetna. Yeah. We had a great view of Denali on our way into Talkeetna. I had to take this Influencers in the Wild video of PD getting a shot at Dawa. As soon as we got into town, we went straight to Talkeetna Air Taxi, where we weighed out our gear and got it ready for the next day's flight. The following day after the ranger brief, we went and packed up the Otter, aka the plane, and got ready for our flight out onto the glacier. Let me tell you, I've flown onto this glacier 3 times before, and this day was absolutely beautiful for the views that we had flying into the Alaskan range. Okay, we have landed on the glacier. It is the 4th of June. We're at base camp. We're spending the night here because Talkeetna Air Taxi forgot to pack our sleds for us. So they'll bring it in first thing in the morning and then we'll get going. But we got some good food we're cooking up right now. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, it's looking good. That's some good shit right there. It was great to be back in the Alaskan range and admire the views. In the morning, Mount Hunter gave us a little surprise.
I'm sure he's coming here.
This is what I call being kissed by a mountain. The avalanche swept across the airfield and gave us a pretty good dusting.
I gotta cover my shit up.
After loading up our sleds and roping up, we began the 5.5-mile journey to Camp 1. We are going up the Kahiltna Glacier right now to Camp 1. Just letting a team on skis pass us because they're a little quicker. But we're probably about maybe 3/4 of the way there. Got a late start because we had to wait for our sleds. There's 4 of us on this. And then the other 3 guys, PD, Jangbu, and Kama, right over there. It's advised by the rangers to travel at night when the snow bridges over the crevasses are firm, but we didn't do that. Rolling into Camp 1. Soup? Tea. There's a milk coffee. I may have actually gained weight on this expedition. Chicken wings and rice and chicken sausage. Nice. How is it? Good?
Amazing, bro.
Yeah?
So good.
Awesome. Along with the food, we brought a 30-pack of Budweiser, 3 bottles of whiskey, and 3 boxes of wine. I was against this at first due to the weight, but afterwards, I retracted my protest. 4 o'clock in the morning, and the mountain is out. We're all packing up, getting ready to go to Camp 2. They're waiting on us. The other 3 are way up there already. We pulled into Camp 2 around 10 a.m. in the morning. PD's cooking. Go to Camp 2. Things are good. We get weather. It's absolutely bluebird day here, so taking advantage. I only got an hour of sleep last night. It's just a million things running through my mind about, do we have this? Do we need that? What are we going to do if this happens? Just overthinking everything, which I hate that I do. Denali got in my mind a little, but today I'm full of energy still. It's a good day, but we're going to take a little nap because we got to Camp 2 early. What do we got, PD? Cooking. What are we cooking? There he is, the man, the myth.
I've been to Hollywood. I ain't been to Hermosa Beach yet.
Got the shoes off. The feet reek. This is the socks I've been wearing for 2 days. Just liners because it's been so warm. So we're gonna take a foot bath in the snow. So it looks like the high pressure system continues and it's just sitting here, but we may lose it in a couple days. So the Sherpas and I guess myself now have decided to speed up, and we're going to try to do a little bit of a rapid ascent where we are at Camp 2 now at 11K. At midnight we're going to head up to 14K, set up camp, sleep there for the day, and then at midnight on the 8th we are going to go from 14K and try to get to the summit and just skip high camp altogether. You know, coming to terms with it, I think this is the best way. I've been on this mountain twice before, and every time we always kind of hesitated and waited, we lost a good weather window. So I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm going to go and trust, obviously, the best of the best here, and we are going to go for the summit on the 8th. I'm going to plan for 3 days up at 14K and summit and back to 14K before we head out. So let's see how this goes. Hey fellas,
ready to go.
Ready for Camp 3?
Yeah.
Camp 3, tomorrow summit day.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. You ready for Motorcycle Hill?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Right here.
Motorcycle Hill. Top of Motorcycle Hill. We are going up Squirrel Hill over there.
I'll never forget taking a break here, and Dawa hands me an ice-cold Budweiser. That was the tastiest beer I think I've had in my entire life.
That's the way we're going. Little break. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Nap time, guys. Nap time.
In a little bit.
What are you doing, PD? Nothing.
There's about a foot of snow that fell last night and this morning, and it's slow going here, right around Windy Corner. Guys are breaking trail, and it's getting a little tough up ahead, trying to find where the route goes. Yeah, coming into Camp 14. That's all you guys are carrying up tomorrow is 7 pounds?
You went heavy on his back today.
There you go.
Exactly 4 day on how much weight we're bringing up, and I brought up like 80 pounds.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, best of luck. Stay warm and hydrated.
You guys too. Appreciate it. We're at Camp 4 right now. We just pulled in. I'm going to the ranger station, which is over here. And we're gonna take a look at the weather board. They update this twice a day. It's the same stuff we hear on the radio, but it's always good to look. Tonight when we want to go, mostly clear, low -5 to -15. I don't know if my down suit is going to be too much, but it does have side zips, and better safe than sorry, right? So yeah, fuck it. I'm going to take it.
Namaste. Morning, brother.
Morning. Ready?
All ready to go. Yeah.
Ah, the flag. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Yep, pack
Nepal
that.
Friendship.
Summit day was upon us, and I didn't care how long it took. I would walk for days if I had to. I was on a mission to get to the summit, having failed twice before. At the same time, I knew I was going to enjoy every single step to the top, no matter how hard it was.
Come up. That's me.
Ready to go summit.
Let's go.
It's very beautiful weather.
Starting now.
But it's 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
Just sunset, huh?
That is 12 a.m. sunset right there. We're headed up that way.
I thought it's sunrise.
As we started out at midnight, there wasn't another soul awake in camp. We were the only ones going from 14K to the summit today. Most parties summit from high camp at 17K. The midnight sun lit the clouds up colors of pink and red. The mountains and the hills below turned to fire as the first morning's light illuminated them. The air was filled with absolute silence. You know, I forgot some of you guys aren't used to my Boston accent. So if you don't understand me, just ask me to repeat myself.
We are just above. Where are we just above?
I don't know, right?
Just above
Summit Ridge.
Audubon.
Finish Audubon on Summit Ridge right now.
Yep.
With Marky Mark.
He keeps on popping his gloves.
Guy.
Yeah. We got everyone.
Summit Ridge.
Summit Ridge.
Denali.
Denali's right up there. We think.
Denali is like
We think 2 more hours. Like when
8,000 meters, similar.
Yeah?
Not like 6,000 here.
Like 6,000 meters? Yeah.
Quite hard to climb.
Pain in the ass to climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And challenge.
Especially Audubon is down there.
I didn't get many photos of the Audubon, but that was the steepest section of the route. None of the guys brought their ice axes, which worried me at first, but I found it to be not a problem. They had amazing skills. Of course they did. They're all Sherpas. There was a narrow trail with fixed pickets and running belays that we used for protection. After a bit of a slog in the intimidating Pig Hill, this was the final ridge that took you to the summit.
Almost there. Hey, cancer support community. Unfortunately, I'm out climbing Denali. Actually, right there, climb Denali with my team. But I want to thank you for all the support. I am absolutely worked right now. So I was thinking of you guys on the way up, and it gave me the extra push to go the extra mile. There's the rest of the team coming up. That's a street sight right there. If you ever seen one. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, a little cloudy. The clouds off course came in.
I struggled deciding to put this next clip in here, but having failed twice before and maintaining the persistence to try again defines true success for me. Here on the summit, all those emotions came flooding in at once.
It took 3 years. Stuff like real tough one. Oh, okay. All right. I think I was gonna get emotional. I usually don't. 3 years of trying. We got it in 5 days. I don't know how. I don't know how I pushed it that hard. I was giving up.
Okay, you can call me a softie after that one. Moments spent on mountain summits are fleeting, but they last a lifetime. Our moment came to an end, and it was time to head down.
So, we're taking a quick rest break, and then we got to go down the west buttress.
As the day grew later into the evening, the sun began to skim the horizon, for never truly setting, as we headed back down the west buttress to 14K camp. I stopped here, where in 2018, I called my mother with tears in my eyes and told her I wasn't going to make it to the summit. It was an emotional moment for me, but now it was an epiphany that if I truly wanted something, I would get it, and failure is just a part of finding that success.
We started at 14K camp and made the summit, which we started at midnight and we summited around, I think it was like 3:30 in the afternoon or something. It was a long day. We are heading down the west buttress right now to the fixed lines, but it was the shortest trip on Denali so far that I've ever had.
Oh, and I meant to ask you, how do you like my various hairstyles that I had during summit day?
This is what a tent looks like after a summit. After a summit, it's just everything is everywhere. Don't know whose is what. Doesn't matter.
That's how it works, man.
That's how it works. We'll figure it out later.
Here's a flag.
Nice and beautiful.
Been to the top of Everest first, and now top of Denali.
All right, brother. Back from the summit, brother.
This expedition for me was so much more than just climbing a mountain. It raised money for the cancer support community South Bay through my campaign Climb Against Cancer. It made my dream come true of climbing side by side with the amazing Sherpas of Nepal, who all became my very good friends. It signified the bond between the United States and Nepal in the celebration of our 75 years of diplomatic relations. And more importantly, it taught me the lesson of true success in life and to never give up on what you so badly desire. If there's one thing that you can take away from this whole entire video, is this. It's that the joy is not reaching the summit, but the journey that takes you there.